Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Rob, and today we are doing another product review. So here's the thing, guys, all right? If you're like me, you like to protect, your electronics and just other things that you have. I'm the type of guy, I always have a screen protector on whatever phones I have, and I've been doing that since I was a teenager, basically. Anything with a screen, I usually try to protect it. Now, for me, the same goes for my cars. So when I got my 2022 Tacoma TRD off-road, I figured, hey, I should probably protect the screen, especially with it being a touchscreen, so I knew I'd be touching it a lot. But I also wanted to see if there was any protection I could get for, the dash plastic. If you guys didn't realize, a lot of times, with cars, and the Tacoma is no exception, that plastic is usually kind of cheap. It will swirl up really easily. Sometimes just one cleaning and it will already be swirled all over the plastic, and then whenever the sun hits it, you get annoying, basically that spiderweb glare hitting back at you. So I started doing some research, and I actually ended up finding this company, Screen ProTech. Now, Screen ProTech, they do sell screen protectors for other cars, not just Tacomas, so I definitely do recommend checking those out. But this is going to be for the 2022 Tacoma. Of course, this is basically all of the third gen Tacomas. So let's go ahead and let's open this up. Well, alright, you guys, so before I go ahead and open this up for you guys, I do want you guys to remember, that while this is for the third generation Tacoma, you do have to make sure and be correct when you choose the model of your Tacoma. They do come with different, radios, so then you will need a different size screen protector. So for example, on the Screen Protect that I installed on my 2022 Tacoma, I have the JBL audio system, so it's a little bit different than the base radio. So the buttons are a little bit different, so different cutouts. So let's go ahead and let's open up this one. Nice easy packaging. So it does come with an empty spray bottle to put in your soap and water solution, because this is a wet install. Also comes with a microfiber cloth and a squeegee tool to help get the bubbles out when you install everything. And then it's actually wound around here, the actual screen protectors themselves. So like I said, guys, this is going to be a wet install. So it comes in 3 pieces. So you have here the radio, once again, for the base on the left. Right here is actually the plastic for the gear shift, which is really cool of him to give, so the PRNDL part. And then this is the dash part. Pretty easy, guys. We're just going to peel it off, then use the solution, which once again, water and soap, wet the surface, apply it, squeegee out the water. Nice and simple, guys. So now that we've seen what's inside of the tube, let's go ahead and let's install this. But real quick, guys, also let me tell you, I do also have a coupon code for this, guys. Use the code 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 at checkout at Screen ProTech's website, screenprotect.com, and you guys can get a small discount. Just remember, guys, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is the coupon code. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get to the install. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start the install. So inside of the packaging is this nice QR code. Scan this for instructions. So we're going to be basically following those. So first things first, we will of course want to clean off before we're installing it. So we're going to do actually the dash plastic first. So that's already been, nice and clean. Just make sure there's no further dust on it using a microfiber. So now we're going to go ahead and remove the actual protector. So remember, guys, all 3 protectors are on the sheet. So first, I am actually going to do a bit of a pre-spray with the soap and water solution that I mentioned earlier, just to get the surface a little bit wet first. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and peel this off. So when you install this, it's going to be very, very important that you guys can basically go ahead and slide it into the proper place. So as you can see, I've removed it. I'm going to spray it liberally, very liberally, just to make sure that it slides. Because you will have to basically slide into place, because remember, this hole that's here in the film has to go over the mileage stick. So now I'll go ahead and put it in here. Alright. So we're just sliding it in there, getting into the proper placement. There is a lot of flexibility in this film too. Now don't worry about creasing it or anything like that. Alright. And, don't know if you can see it from there, but it is now applied, so now comes the fun part. That will be squeegeeing it out. So remember, it does include a squeegee and a microfiber. We're going to use this microfiber that they gave us. So we're going to go ahead and just squeegee away. So just hold it in place. Remember, the microfiber it comes with actually helps out so that you don't scrape it up, but of course you don't want to still press too hard. So we're going to just light squeegees first. And there will of course still be some moisture trapped in there. But over time, you know, the car stays out, parked or whatever, that's going to eventually evaporate. I think for my own install, the water actually stayed in maybe a week or two until it all finally evaporated, which is fine. No guys, you just gotta keep on working at it. So yeah, just gonna go ahead and keep on doing this. So we're just keep on squeegeeing. So I'm just gonna keep on working at this and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you the finished product. Alright you guys, went ahead and finished up the install. As you can see, it looks good. You can barely see it, which is the point of course. A little bit cloudy in some areas, but after the moisture dries up, you know, we'll be good. Just have to give it a few days or a week or two in my case. Let's go ahead and let's go on to the other parts of the truck where we'll be applying the Screen Protect. So next part, we'll be doing the radio. So the radio, remember we want to have it rag around because it will be getting pretty wet. Water will be dripping down. So let's go ahead and let's get this going. So first off, let's go ahead and peel it off. So this time I'm actually going to spray the protector first and then the screen, just because it is to help minimize the amount of water that's going to be dripping off everywhere. So peel this off. Remember guys, it does also matter that you do specify the correct model Tacoma, so that you have the correct fitting protector. Alright, so let me go ahead and start spraying here. Alright, so it's good and wet, so now we'll go ahead and get a few sprays. Alright, now we apply it over. And everything's fitting pretty good. And then we will lightly mist the front for the squeegee. But we'll still be using our microfiber. So just a few light ones first, just to get the middle in place. That's the way I always like to do this. Remember doing this with foam protectors back before glass screen protectors were all the rage. Alright, we'll just go around everything. Use your fingers at some point because there are some rounded surfaces here. So I do notice around the knobs here, you do have to just give this some time to dry up, because it definitely does have a bit of trouble adhering, which is perfectly okay. Alright, so it's my fingers now. Alright, just a little bit of force just to make sure the screen is good. It is also nice because this is also pretty smudge resistant also, so it definitely looks a lot cleaner than if it didn't have anything on there in terms of fingerprints. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you guys the finished product for the screen protector. Alright you guys, screen protector is applied. Once again, a lot of this cloudiness will be going away after, you know, the water and soap solution underneath dries up. So let's go ahead and do the last part, which is the 𝗵𝗿 selector, the Perndle, if you will. Let's go ahead and let's get that done. Alright, you guys, now for the very last one, just going to do the parking reverse neutral drive, the �11𝗨𝗨 plastic. This part always scratches up on my wife's Subaru. It is super scratched up, so always happy that we were able to get a protector for it. You know, this is also the easiest one because it's a smaller space anyway. So let's do the usual. 3 spritz, don't even need much. Peel off the protector. Make sure that's spritzed up. Let's spritz that up. And there we go. Just apply it on. Get it in a good spot. And then just squeegee it out. So I'm going to be focusing on his little tail end here to make sure everything there is nice and lined up. So that's good. Right there. So my finger, I'm just going to take out as much water as I can. Alright, and that's pretty much in place. I'm just using my pants for now. Alright, now we get the squeegee. Remember, spritz the top. Let's go ahead. Once again. And that's looking pretty good. Let's see. Let's work on this a little bit down here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep on squeegeeing this out, get it all perfect, then I'll show you guys the finished product. Alright guys, so as you can see, that's all done, and now all 3 are applied. You know, we just got to give them some time to dry off, and you know, I do want to give you guys my closing impressions, so let's go ahead and let's get to that. Alright you guys, so as you guys saw, install was not hard at all, guys. You know, just your standard screen protector, kind of like if you were installing on a phone. If you're a bit older like me, then you're used to doing these kind of screen protectors. And you know, sometimes it is kind of nice, you know, when they're nice and wet, that didn't sound right, but that's just how it can be with these screen protectors sometimes, because then you're able to more easily reposition them, which is very useful on things like the infotainment, where you have all the buttons everywhere. So with that, guys, you know, I do want to remind you guys to use the code 𝗏𝑆Autos for a discount. So 𝗏𝑆Autos, no costs. Put that into screenprotect.com if you want one of these products. Remember, they aren't just for Tacomas. They have a wide variety of cars that they service. So go ahead and check them out. Use the discount code. If you guys have any other questions about the product, you know, let me know. This was a fresh install. However, I have had it for over 4 months on my own Tacoma, and everything is perfect. It is everything you'd ever want out of a screen protector, even a bit of smudge resistance, which is always nice. So once again, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Have any other comments, anything like that, you know, I'm always listening, guys. And with that, this is Rob, and have a good one.